My name is Hermann. I teach USA Goju. I've been doing it for 45 years. Goju specifically comes from Okinawa. Basically, the Shaolin Temple is where we come from, to southern China. Come from White Crane and Snake, actually. And since Okinawa lies between China and Japan, there was a lot of trade that went on. And so those people came from China, southern China, to Naha, which is on the coast of Okinawa, and that's where we come from. We come from Naha. So from that became Okinawa Te, which was the hand of Okinawa, and then from that, two styles came out. One was Goju-Ryu, and the other was Weiche-Ryu. Came out of Naha, so that's where the roots come from. And then from there, Goju went to Japan. Yamaguchi sensei studied with Miyagi sensei, who was the Okinawan founder. Then Peter Urban, who's our teacher, studied with Yamaguchi and brought it from Japan back to the United States in 1959. Well, I started in a different style. I started in 1969 in an Okinawan style called Goshin-Do. And I studied there for about 8 years. And then I knew Sensei Doyle, who's my USA Goju teacher, as well as Peter Urban. I started with him in 1972, 73, something like that. And then been with USA Goju ever since. So. Goju means hard, soft, right? Go means hard and Ju means soft. What drew me to the style was the soft blocking. Having come from a style where we were blocking hard on hard, it was nice to avoid the technique and get out of the way and have a nice soft block and not crash arms against each other. So I would have to say the body motion, the tai sabaki as we call it, the avoidance, and the soft blocking, not the wear and tear on the arms that we had. I mean, they're still hard blocks, but we opt for the soft ones.
So he grabs, his energy is here. I gotta stop that, I step back, and hit him in the solar plexus. Now his energy is here. Grab both wrists, switch down, kick, down, kick, lock. Now I can go around and break, or I can just take a break here. Okay?
Goju actually is kind of like yin and yang, right? It's positive and negative, it's the duality of the universe. You know, you can't understand light unless you've experienced dark, right? You have no reference. So that and the discipline and the breathing, it keeps you in pretty good shape as far as you know, cardiovascular fitness and things like that. But I have to say the discipline definitely just keeps you focused. Being a sensei, I've been teaching for over 35 years. So the pleasure is seeing, you know, getting a child that comes into the children's class and watching them go all the way up to black belt, see them grow as a human being as well as a martial artist is very rewarding, because they're our future. So I think that, and yeah, I brought some innovations in our style. That, you know, I studied in Aikido, I studied Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, Kali. So I kind of blend that all into the USA Goju. Keeps me pretty busy. But again, the Goju, I think, you know, you get time to meditate and de-stress. I think that's really, you know, the benefit of Goju and your karate training is it's a good way to blow off some steam, you know. We have on the wall our code. And then the sins. These are the things we don't want to do. Fold. I mean, to fold means to give up. To throw a bad punch, to throw a bad kick, you know if you threw a good punch or not. If you're in class and you're dogging it, That's one of the worst things that really is bad. You're faking it. 4 is to fake kata. Kata is our, that's our encyclopedia, right? That's our toolkit. That's where we learn our techniques, right? Because back years ago, they didn't have cameras, right? So kata was the movements in pantomime form, as Sensei Urban would say, which was a great way to explain it, is, you know, you mimic the movement, right? There's no other way to do it but to teach it and pass it down, right? That's what kata is. So to fake kata is the same thing, is to do a lousy kata. To be slow doesn't necessarily mean slow. It means, again, dogging it, not giving it 110%. To stay ignorant means not to broaden your horizons, to stay in your cocoon. Act first and think second. To make excuses. Oh, gee, you know, I can't, this came up, that came up. It's to waste time, right? And to rely on others. So 8, 9, and 10 kind of go together, you know. Yeah, the key to life is moderation, absolutely. Middle of the road. You know. You can't be all play and no work.